Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. Can they play together and in what formation? If they can't, what formation suits either of them? And is one or the other or both in our strongest 11? So I've seen a lot of conjecture about Mason Mount. I've seen a lot of stuff about Frank Lampard. I've seen videos on YouTube by other Chelsea content creators. It's just a question that needs to be asked, really, because the signings that we made in the summer, it was very clear that with Kai Havertz coming in, and I've put a video out on my channel, which I'll link to at the end of this particular video, asking the question that if the likes of Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham would be benched this season with the new arrivals coming in. As we know, Mason Mount seems to be playing week in, week out, and there's a lot of negativity stating that he's being overused, that he's being put in positions where other people should be playing. Mason Mount is hampering the progression of the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's playing in positions where Christian Pulisic should be playing. And I guess we just have to look at the situation. And for me, I think that Havertz and Mason Mount are fairly similar. But are they, though? Are they different players? Now, I've seen a video from Younes, and great video where he asked about Mason Mount and is he being overplayed? And he probably is, to a degree. And I made an excuse for him against Seville based on the fact that we knew we had to work hard without the ball, and doesn't just mean pressing, but all over the pitch, to try and match them, because they're such a well-organised, disciplined, hard-working team that I didn't think that Callum Hudson-Odoi would give the same work ethic off the ball as what Mason Mount would. That was my reasoning for Mount playing on the left-hand side. But then it just leads me to the question, well, what is his best position? Now, some people are saying he's a box-to-box midfielder. Some people are saying he's central midfielder. Some people are saying he's a number 10, playing in behind the striker. So what's Kai Havertz's best position from what you've seen from him so far? Is he the same? Is he a box-to-box player? Is he more of an attacking number 10? And can he do a job out wide? I don't think either of them, Mason Mount and Havertz, you're really going to get the best out of them out wide. But then you have to look at the situation this season so far. The likes of Christian Pulisic hasn't been fit at the very beginning of the season. He's working his way back from that horrible hamstring injury he had in the final. Then Hakim Ziyech picked up his knee injury in the one and only pre-season game that we played, and he's only been fit to come on and play 15 minutes and then half an hour against Seville, and you're looking to him to be building up to playing a full game. So because they've not been fit, and because the only wide option we've got is Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's done well when he's come on and played, you're asking the likes of Mason Mount and Kai Havertz to fill in. And at times Timo Werner as well. And it's not been ideal. And an important point to note is the fact that Frank Lampard hasn't had his full strength team available. And that's something to consider, which people seem to be forgetting. People seem to be in this instant results industry at the minute, or this instant result mentality. We need results straight away. We should be challenging straight away. It's a long season. I'm just going to sort of move into this a little bit more, my own personal opinions on Mount and Kai Havertz, and see if you guys agree or not. But if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications to make sure you don't miss when my videos come out. There's all sorts of different content on the channel, so make sure you check it out. But let's get into Mason Mount. And what is his best position? And I think that the general consensus is that he's more of a box-to-box midfielder. He's going to do the work in his own half, tracking back, and he can be an influence going forward. And I tend to agree with that. I don't see... has he got a case for being a number 10? He's got the ability. He can finish. We've seen at times last year where he's linked up, created goals, scored goals by balls being laid off to him or playing off of the striker. So on occasion it's worked, but where are you actually going to get the best out of him? Someone that can influence the game. So you're looking at maybe box to box. So based on the 4-2-3-1 formation, which we're looking to adopt, and based on our signings over the summer, it looks as though we're pushing towards the 4-2-3-1. But does that give us enough balance? Does it give us enough defensive solidity when we lose the ball? Because you're reliant on those wide players to get back in and work hard. And so Mason Mount, you'd have to say that he's just been a stopgap. And he's someone that's got bundles of energy, which you can understand a manager, Frank, is looking for a solution. Who's someone that's great on the ball, got great work ethic, not just pressing, but work ethic off the ball all over the pitch. And so he's asked him to fill a role. And that's what he's been doing. 4-2-3-1, does he fit? Yes, as a number 10 for me. I think he does. I think he's got the awareness. I think he's got the ability with the ball at his feet. He can score goals. He can create chances. And I think his position is primarily box-to-box midfielder in a 4-3-3, but he can do a job as a number 10 in a 4-2-3-1. I think out wide, we can all agree, it's wasted. So that's the only reason that I think Frank has been playing him out there as a stopgap. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen when Hakim Ziyech and Pulisic are both match fit, raring to go, and they're both selected to come and play in the same team, supporting somebody like Timo Werner up front as to who that number 10 is going to be. So this is where it leads to Kai Havertz. And what's your overriding opinion of Kai Havertz at the moment? I think he's done okay. He's been asked to fill in like Mason Mount earlier in the season. When he's played as a number 10, he's been good. He's got great intelligence. He's got a sort of a calmness and a bit of authority for me when he's got the ball at his feet, and he sort of glides across that pitch. But the only thing I will say, he seems a little bit sort of half or three-quarter paced. You want to see more of a burst from him and really go at speed away from people that are trying to catch him and close him down. He's obviously predominantly left-footed. He favours his left foot big time. He can spot a pass. He can score goals. But can he do a job off the ball? And I think he can do a basic job, but he's not someone that's going to get all around that pitch, chasing people down to make tackles. And let's be honest, against Southampton last week, their first goal, he tried to turn inside away from somebody, played the wrong ball, had a heavy touch, gave it away, and they pounced on it and scored with a through ball and scored. So that needs to come out of his game. Can Kai Havertz play in a 4-3-3 formation alongside Mason Mount with maybe N'Golo Kante sitting as the number 6 or in the pivot? Is Havertz a box-to-box midfielder, or is he more of an attacking presence and you want him to be further forward? Because, as I say, the defensive side of his game obviously needs to improve. He's new to the Premier League. He's going to have to learn that and pick that up. So would you play him in a 4-3-3? And I don't think you would. I think you'd have to go Kante, Mount, Kovacic. Bearing in mind, we've lost Ampadu, Barkley and Loftus-Cheek on loan, which for all three to go is surprising. So would you put Havertz in as the more creative number 10 in a 4-2-3-1 over Mason Mount? You probably would, because of his ability, his height, his the way he sort of imposes himself. He just needs to be quicker for me and sort of off the mark. And as I say, just really go at people, not sort of like glide and sort of be three-quarter half paced. If you know what I'm trying to say, when you see him sort of burst from midfield, look at Kovacic when he bursts forward away from a challenge. He's full pelt and he's looking for a ball to play, or he's looking just to keep going forward, and that's what you want to see from somebody like Kai Havertz. The problem is in the Premier League, the way people are playing, you haven't got a lot of time on the ball. And a lot of the time, Havertz will probably have his back to goal playing as a number 10. But with his ability that he's got with the ball at his feet, shouldn't really be a problem. So I guess you sort of ask yourself the question, what is the strongest formation, which is going to be another video. So what formation suits the two of them? Is there one particular formation that can suit both playing together? And I think you'll probably have to say no. Unless you can rely on Mason Mount and Conte to do the other side of the game, for Havertz to learn that and improve over the course of the season in the 4-3-3. But you play Kovacic. You have to play Kovacic. And it's strange that he's not been playing. It's strange that he didn't play or start the other night, I have to say. But the 4-2-3-1, you would favour Havertz over Mason Mount. But again, as I say, it's what happens off the ball as well, which you have to take into consideration. I know there's an argument saying that people these days are already aware of the requirements. Professional footballers are expected to know they need to press, they need to work hard off the ball. And I just think, my own opinion, I just think Mason Mount works harder without the ball at the moment than Kai Havertz. So is that a consideration? When everyone's fit, it's going to be interesting to see what Frank Lampard does. And if he picks an 11 and sticks with them. And does that 11 include Mason Mount or Kai Havertz or both? That's the question. It's easy for us to sit here and to watch games and criticise, or to put these sort of videos together and you know, try to gauge opinion. But it all comes down to the manager. And people just have to remember, he's not had the full strength team to choose from. And hopefully that's beginning to become apparent. And it's interesting to see, as I say, what happens when he does that, who actually plays, and in what formation. This is just my take on the Mason Mount and Kai Havertz situation. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree with anything that I'm saying, or if you've got a completely different point of view, which I accept. Obviously, everyone's got an opinion. It's just a video I just thought put out there today because it's something that needs to go out there, because a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are saying negativity about Mason Mount at the minute. So I'm just trying to get my head around it. And is Kai Havertz somebody that's immune from criticism at the minute? Obviously, because he's new. But he's being thrown in and asked to do a job. And that's what you have to remember. I'm not sticking up for Mason Mount. I'm not slating Kai Havertz. I'm just stating facts that everyone that's picked in that 11 that goes across that white line is there to do a job. So are they doing it to the best of their ability? Are they struggling? It's just questions that are there to be asked. If you like the video, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss my videos come out, and post your comments below. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you think. See you next time.